Today is March the 26th, 2019, and I'm very excited about the show today, even though I messed up on the initial entry, because at the end of this show, we're going to go over and I'm going to show you one of my accounts that I have 83% gains from mid-February until now. So I went from $8,400 to over $15,000 in the last 6 weeks. And you know what? The bull market is just starting, and this isn't the best results of what we've been doing in our trading the last while. So I'm really excited to go through all that stuff. Before we do, let's jump into our disclaimer. This isn't trading advice. This is just general bull market watch to go the bullishness and bearishness of the overall market. So what we're doing with the bull market watch is we are grading all of the cryptocurrencies against our trading plan, which is just a basic trend change trading plan. So when the trend changes from downtrend, makes a bottom formation and starts to go up, this trading system really takes over and does fantastic. And so what we're doing is we're grading all of the cryptocurrencies on Poloniex against our trading plan. They get a yellow if they are an alert. That means it's almost something that we could buy. It's setting up really great. Green is something that we've identified we should be holding. Blue is something that we were holding but has turned into a cold fish. It means something that was profitable or doing good but is topped out and is starting to come down. And we'll look at those really carefully over the next while. Orange and red are bearish. Those are when the market is breaking down to new lows. And gray is neutral. It's in between our trading formations. And so by charting this against all of these 50 different cryptocurrencies, we get a really good idea of the general bullishness and bearishness of the market. So today we'll go through our updates really quickly and then race to the end of the video where we're going to be talking about those percentage gains and how this can help you in your trading as well. So I already started out and we looked at Ardor at the very beginning. Let's quickly just take a look at that chart. Ardor is a really exciting chart to me because we watched it for such a long time, all the way through December, all the way through January, all the way through February, and we're watching this formation build up and identifying it clearly as in between the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, nearing to breakouts a couple times, and finally, as we called it an alert, it broke up nice and higher. And we can see that our color coding gives us the alert area. Can you see this? Yeah. And then it goes down and it turns to green, but it doesn't give us any specific buy or sell numbers. It doesn't give us an entry area. It doesn't give us a stop loss area. And if you're looking for that kind of specifics, then our trading alert package is something that's fantastic for you. So if you're a beginning trader, you don't have much money, these free lessons they're going to help you for sure. If you want something more specific and you've got a pretty good handle on trading, then our alerts package is fantastic for the do-it-yourself trader who just needs that specific system and mentorship as you're going along with it. If you want the hands-on trading and you want the teacher-like interaction with the instructor, then our trading course registration is open this week only, and there are some great sign-up bonuses and discounts the next couple days. And you can see the link in the description below. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. So basic attention token, you can see how I was talking about how I would prefer to see that break out and go higher, but it certainly is coming up to historic highs right now. We called this bottom formation. We turned it into a hold way back here. So if anything, we'd be moving our stop loss up underneath these areas and just sit and wait to see what this market does. So it remains a hold. Bank or network token, these are still a bit out of order. It is building up really nice now. This is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, and we're having some really nice buying candles of volume. So I'm going to almost make this an alert. I'm going to leave it neutral for now because part of our trading system, as you'll know if you've been watching this series for a while, we're looking for the break of the downtrend line, the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, and the exponential moving average crossover. So this exponential moving average on the 12-hour bar already crossed over here, but it didn't give us a really nice 1, 2, 3 bottom. So we're waiting for all three of those signals to shape up before this turns into a buy. And it's a pretty tricky one. It could really take off quickly. BCH ABC gave us a bit of a formation and we called it a hold earlier, and it's still in the hold position. as it's showing strength. BCHSV, however, is not doing so well. It's got some really big skewers to the downside, still fading off, not completely collapsing yet. So I'll make it a near fail, but it's not doing so good. BCN is only on Poloniex. It used to be on Binance, right? But now it's just here. And this is building up. We've got it as a hold, which is a little premature. I think I've mentioned that every time I've seen it. What? We've got it as a hold? Maybe. But really, it should be waiting for a breakout of a 1, 2, 3. So it's got to come up, retest it. That's good. And then breaking above it, turn that into a hold. So let's put that back to alert for now, just for our bullishness index. Now, BTC, we said, went back to a neutral stance. When we look at the 12-hour bar, our moving average did cross over earlier. Prices have come up, but they've pulled back a little bit, so I moved it back to a neutral stance. I'll leave it there. If it comes up to these ranges, we'll move it back to an alert, and then green if it breaks above there. So neutral for now, being a little bit harder on this market, not letting it get away so easy. BitShares. Of course, BitShares is still a hold. We watched this formation build up. We saw this zigzag. We were talking about this channel. This was a really great one to see this channel shape up the way it did. And as prices came down to the bottom of this channel here, we were talking about it. We had this live stream. We pointed this out, saying they should bounce up from here. Up, they bounced for sure. Right off that spot. It was fantastic. And so this remains a hold, and it's probably going to be a hold for a little while as it continues on. And now here's another part of the trading. When this first took off, one of the guys in our trading Discord chat, we're talking about trading all the time. When there's a market moving, we're always talking about whatever it is. There's always somebody who's bringing it up. And so as this broke out, one of the members asked, am I selling out of BitShares? And I said, goodness, no, this is just beginning. Even though it's pulled back this much, I was nowhere, and I could have been selling out right out at this top level. I wouldn't be wanting to sell out on something that's made such an amazing formation and it's just started the breakout. So how to get out of a trade now is as important as how to get into a trade. We had to be very patient on getting into this trade. I'd be very patient now on getting out of this trade. I'm going to hold that winner. Well, this went from neutral to a near fail. And I don't like that, to see any kind of a change from a positive to neutral or near fail in any of the coins. Because if there's some of them doing it, it applies to many of them. This is still a hold in Clamcoin. Civic Coin, I'm imagining it's still a hold. Yep, still a hold from where it is now. However, I'm always watching as prices are going up. Pardon me. As prices are going up, I'm watching for these trend lines. If it breaks, I may not be taking action, but I'm observing it. Because there are the 3 different places where you could be getting out of these trades. We don't know how far this is going to go, if it's going to keep going. So I'm watching for the top formations. If we have a break of the trend line, that could be a place to get out if you're really skittish. If it breaks below the 1, 2, 3 top formation right here and comes down, that could be a place to get out. Or you could wait for these moving averages to cross over, either on the 12-hour time frame or on the 4-hour time frame. So as we're zooming into this chart here, and I'm going back into the 4-hour time frame, this is almost crossing over. So I will pay attention to that. I'll leave it as a hold for now, but I want to come back to this every single day and check out, did the 4-hour moving average cross over? Days and days later, was that the best idea to have gotten out at that moment? And we will put together some data. And I'll leave that to the end of the show because there's more about that, about the discipline of trading, and it's so cool. Let me go hold on this one because we're watching this formation build up. And I can't just skip by this because this is such a cool formation. As we are watching it form up and identifying this and then seeing it happen is just the most rewarding part of trading, to make these estimations, see it actually occur is just fantastic. So what I'm looking for in this, let me draw, is another move up and then a consolidation. And it'll likely be something a little higher than this when this moves. This is a really big bottom formation. We're likely to get some big moves on that. And there's been several big moves on Binance over this past day. Over the last couple days, actually. Binance is really rocking way more than Poloniex. So if I drag this over and we take a look at what's going on Binance, this is where our alerts are mostly focused on. Look at this, 150% today on OAX. EVX, we're up 72%, one of our trades. ENG, another one, 33% just today. These are really taking off here today. Some absolute amazing opportunities. And if you're not catching them, then this trading course is for you. Let me refresh this page and jump back into Dashcoin. And next we're on to Decreed. All right, Decreed is looking better. It's got this down, almost like a dash in the stepping formation it's got there. Now that it's building up a little bit of pressure, I'll leave it as neutral, but it could be an alert too. It's on the edge either way. I'll be a little bit more pessimistic on it. Digibyte, even though it's pulled back this much, because of the way we traded it on the entry from this formation and how we identified this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation and took this as our spot where we went green in our trade from the alert, then I would have maybe set my stop loss in this area and I would just be waiting. I wouldn't be doing anything. I don't expect any of the market to be going down further. This is a wonderful position to have gotten into, and I wouldn't be worried about the prices coming back all this far. It wouldn't get me. Because it's between the 50% and the 0.38. Very normal price pullbacks. Coming down to support and resistance levels now. We'll really watch this one over the next few days to see what happens with this. Because I kept it as a hold, but really they had the option of turning this into a cold fish. The trouble is, I didn't get a really good formation up here to do any analysis with. That wasn't a strong enough top formation to really bite into, and that's what got me on this one, or slipped past me. So I'm still leaving it marked as a hold because of the way where we entered into it. Dogecoin is warming up. I'm going to move it from a near fail to neutral, and it's warming up, and we can see that it's warming up because of the order books in Dogecoin. So and I've been watching this. So if I bring over Dogecoin order books, we can see that we have at 52, we're just getting into that spot there, and 53 now has 8 Bitcoin of selling orders, where we have 18 and 34 and 22 down below. So it's really starting to swell in the orders down below the market and really thin out above the market. So it seems to me like if there's water flowing here, it's going to be taking over and the prices are going to be rolling upwards. And we'll see how that plays out. So right now, though, it's still marked as a neutral coin. EOS. There we go. All right, we were talking this the other day saying, geez, it's coming down close to this. Is this the top formation? I don't think so, because it's on the support and resistance level that's so important. And sure enough, blast off. Love to see that discussion and that chart analysis and that rationalization to hold, not to get out, and off it went. Fantastic. There's another great one. Where is YouTube? All right. ETC, Ethereum Classic. All right, so this had a few different reasons for getting into it. The descending wedge, the 1, 2, 3 formation here at the number 3 point really looked great. And I like it. I mean, it certainly stays as a hold. I think it's going to be staging and moving now from where it is. That's a really nice formation. Ethereum, however, hasn't been so easy. There's been a number of times now where we've had to redraw the triangle. We had the triangle here, and prices came down below it. We had to draw the triangle here, and prices came down below it. Now we draw the triangle here, and prices are just starting to break above it. Are they going to continue up and give us a good formation now, or this is a tough one? So it was a near fail there for a bit. I'm going to leave it as an alert. It's either an alert or it's a near fail, back and forth. Now, Factum is coming up next. Factum has got a double 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. It's the first time it does not look like a slinky coming down the stairs. Going down, down, down. Hey, now it seems to have caught something there. So I'll leave it as neutral for now, but it could turn into alert if it starts to break above these levels here, because that will have given us a 1, 2, 3, and a break above that would be bullish. That would be an entry opportunity. Foam we're watching as a buy signal. Maybe it should have been holding as an alert all the way along here rather than a hold, because it didn't go up above and stay strong. So I'll move it back to an alert, which is pulling our bullish index back a little bit. Again, game has pulled back from alert now to neutral, and it's got to step up above this stage above and stay above. Now, gas and GNT. Gas is actually, we're looking at this, always watching for the top formations. Now, as soon as we think that it's bullish, we're already looking for the top formations, watching for these trend lines to break, the top formation to break, the moving averages to cross over. So, although this was marked as a hold, I'm going to move it back back to an alert status. It doesn't seem to have held its bullishness right there, right now. GNT, wow, there's some really nice, we can make a picket fence out of these pre-pumped candles. So even though it is a hold right now, I would label this one as an alert as well. This is setting up nicely. Hunter coin. Now, if you find any of this analysis interesting, or if you find it helpful, then be sure to click on the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. It does make me happy to see that there are people who are clicking the thumbs up. We get a 10% ratio of views to thumbs up is fantastic. And if you're new here or you're returning and you like it, click on subscribe. We're going on this live every day. It is an obsession. It's a passion because of how fantastic I did last time. And I'll tell you more about the discipline of trading near the end. The most important part about trading, because you could give somebody who's nervous and over trading and trading too large of a position. It doesn't matter how good the trading system is that you give that person. They're probably not going to get the best benefits out of it because they're anxious, they're worried, they're not thinking relaxed and clearly. They don't have the confidence to go along with it. So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes now. I'm going to move this back to alert. It's pulled back a little bit. Maybe I should keep it as a hold, actually. Other ones I would have kept as a hold, like Digibyte. Even though it pulled back, I kept it as a hold. So let's try to stay consistent. KNC also stays as a hold. This staged up beautifully. It's holding its own. It's got some more pre-pump candles, more volume going into it. This is a great project. People are buying into it. Library credits also. Look at all these pre-pump candles down here. That's got accumulation going on all over the place. And it's a great opportunity right now. It hasn't taken off yet. So we've got it marked as a hold because we're so early on this and we're watching it so close. But that's still an alert. There's still lots of time to be getting into this market if it's going to do anything like it did before, for sure. Loom, however, is one of the few that has gone up enough to now be making its own top formation. You know, you've made it big when you're big enough to make a top formation. So I'm going to leave this as a hold for now, but I really want to watch that because that'll turn into a cold fish fast. We'll watch these moving averages to see if they cross over and see if it can finishes the top formation at the same time that those cross over. I'm going to go back to LPT. We called this a hold back here. It's building and building, and this is going to go straight up from where it is. This kind of build, it's an ascending wedge triangle, sort of, and certainly an ascending head and shoulders formation, but it's going to be a continuation and go much higher. This is not a head and shoulders top formation. Wow, I really like that chart. That's great. Now, Lisk also is turning into a nice long-term. We got our hold position earlier out of that bottom. It made such a nice triangle, and then a 1, 2, 3 bottom. We nailed it. It's come up now. We're looking for where would our add-on be? Where would be the next place to get into a position? Litecoin, we recognize that it's been doing these ascending wedge triangles in a stair-step method and trying to anticipate how much more can it go. It's still a hold. It still can go further, but we'll see if it stays inside this wedge that we've drawn here. Made safe coin. Neutral. Still think it's going to change the world. And millionaires are going to be made off of made safe coin. Here we have straight trend line. 3 spots to be able to draw it. Let's see what happens with mana over time. It's building up to something here. So let's put this one still as a hold. Navcoin was getting some attention in our Discord chat. People are talking about that. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Navcoin. All right, so it made this triangle, built up, give us the buy signal, and this consolidation with another breakout off of that. Beautiful, beautiful. And so that could have been a hold position if you were staging and building your position so that you're reducing your risk as much as possible at the beginning. That would have been ideal right there. You got to wait a long time for charts to come to an ideal trading pattern like that. Namecoin, I'm going to make it as a cold fish, which is an exit signal. We'll see what happens. We'll watch this over time. And XT is still building really nicely. We'll leave it as a hold. I think it's going to be taking off. OMG is a hold, and this is a great chart. It's done so well to make this formation. Bitcoin showing strength. OMG is going to as well. So I'll mark this as a hold. This will be a great one in the near future. Omni has come up and is still a hold for now. Let's see what it ends up doing in the next while. Is it going to take off or pull back from there? It's not looking particularly strong, and I don't know why it would be anyway. Here's another one that's kind of faded back off and certainly stays neutral or near fail, actually. Tisk. Poly. We got a few of our guys in our alerts that picked up into Poly because of this formation, and they blasted off, really jumped into some great spots. It's pulled back, but that's all good. So Poly is a hold, even though it's not in our sheets here. PPC is building up. We've had it as neutral for quite a long time, and tomorrow it could be an alert. It's really getting close now. Could turn right into a hold, who knows. Quantum is also a hold. It came into this consolidation, go with that blast up and stayed a whole stage higher from there. So there's something going on with that. It's a well-received project. We'll have to check more about it. Rep is also neutral right now, and I was expecting more from Rep actually. SBD, am I actually getting expectations from this one? A little bit lower, and it'll be a cold fish. So I'll leave it as a hold for now, and maybe tomorrow it'll turn into a cold fish, but got our heads up warning on it now. Siacoin, I think it's going to be going somewhere, but we really could wait for it to break above these levels before it turns into a hold. I'm going to put it back to neutral. It's not even an alert right in the position it's in right there. SNT. All right, SNT stays whatever color it was, so it is an alert. It's building up. I like the consolidation. Steam. Made a mess of this one. There's our top formation, and there it came down. I'm certain we were talking about the support and resistance levels at this time. Is it enough to get out of the trade? Not if we got into it down here. Then our stop loss is just above our entry and we're sitting there. We're not doing anything. But there is the argument of should have got out here. That was a really perfect time. In hindsight, we can see this kind of trend line here. Not a very good straight trend line. But there's our trend line. There's our top formation. I can even get rid of that trend line and use a parallel channel, which I find very useful. Find that parallel channel, stretch it out. There's my lullaby. Stretch it out, and there's our top formation, and it's breaking over that parallel channel. There's our exit signal. So let's watch for more of these as we're going along. It's an early exit signal. For my own part, I don't jump out of those trades as an early exit signal like that. Instead, when I get into a trade, something like this, if I get in out of this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right there, and it's successful, I would put my stop loss above it, and that's it. My job is done. My job is to keep the losses small and get it to this position. After that, it's into the hands of the universe. It's up to the market to tell me how correct I am. I don't want to let the market tell me that I'm wrong. I want to be the one that tells me when I'm wrong. But I don't know how right I'll be. So this one would stay a hold for me because of the way I'm trading these. The entry and leaving my stop loss low, letting the market do its thing so that I'm in it for the long run. We'll see this play out over time. This is a hold, really nice. Just a brand new move, just starting off. Now, STR was a tricky one. It came down from like almost a double top. Top formation, broke down lower, came down to significant technical levels and started to break down more. And as soon as it did that, it flipped around on massive volume and started to change direction, along with Bitcoin and the other ones as well. They all coordinated that, it seems, that they turned around there. So for us, if we're looking at this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation and we called it a hold way back here, then we're laughing. We would still be holding and not worrying about this pullback because of the way we're going to use our stops. And we'll see there's examples where it doesn't work out well, and we'll talk about the differences. Strat is still an alert. It is looking so great. Syscoin went back to a neutral, and now it's back up to alert. Difficult to scroll in and out of that one, but I'll put it back up to alert. It's looking good. Viacoin, I'm expecting that since it blasted off and made these levels above, it's going to be a while that it stays as a hold. VTC. Here we go. Consolidation, blast off, consolidation, blast off, consolidation. What can we expect next out of this one? This is such a small little move down here but when we get into it, it seems so big. But we are still so early in this move. That stays as a hold. Counterparty had an alert and moved to a hold position. Moving averages crossed over. It broke up higher. Look at that. It's holding its position above there. So it stays as a hold. XEM. Oh, that's a better looking formation. We have our 1, 2, 3. It's already broken above. We have the moving average crossover, and now it's consolidated again. So it gives us that second chance on a breakout. However, I've already got it marked as a hold from that earlier 1, 2, 3. XMR, it's been an alert for a while. It keeps getting so close and then pulling back, so close and then pulling back, but it still remains an alert. Maybe it should have been neutral yesterday, but today, looking better. XPM, bottom formation. It is just the bottom formation. You just got to do the hold on it. It has the criteria. It's got the pre-pump candles going in there now and everything. Even better than what it was earlier. Ripple, this has been a difficult trade. Many people are talking about having difficulty getting out of Ripple because it went down so slowly, so insidiously. It's sort of like that frog that you put into the water and you slowly start turning up the temperature of the water, and the frog doesn't notice the temperature is getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So it's like this, where it just keeps so slow. Where do you get out? Where's the clear point to cut your trades? So this is something that we talk about in our course and in the alerts package, the risk control rules of when to cut your trades, so that it's a clear, repeat, easy thing to be able to pick out. When you're in this situation, these are your options. When you're in this situation, these are your options. And it'll help a lot keep those losses smaller. So this still remains as a fail from where it is, as a difficult trade. ZEC has made a bottom, showed some volume, and pulled back. I've already got it marked as a hold. Wow. I'm going to move it back to an alert, if that, maybe even neutral. ZRX. Okay, this is a better 1, 2, 3, and showing some strength off of that. I'll give this one a hold. And that's our run through for this. We're almost to the bonus training, the bonus information. Let me copy and paste this into place, and we can watch these charts update as soon as I copy and paste. Try this again. Copy, paste. All right, so it did take a nick down on our bullishness. The bearishness stayed pretty much the same, but it did take a tick down on our bullishness. Not too bad. I was expecting a much more dramatic move to the downside. All right, now, I'm a tired puppy. My eyes want to go to sleep. Let me drag over coin tracking. And we're looking at this account that's at $15,000 right now. So when I draw it down, we can see the 9,000 or 8,500 moving its way up. So this wasn't just one trade that quickly got lucky and went up to the moon and all of a sudden got 85% gain. This is a really diversified portfolio of all sorts of different cryptocurrencies. So on average, I picked out the bottoms, bought into some positions, and now it's starting to turn out some fantastic profits. And this isn't the only profits that we are getting. So this is a good one, and I really like to have it. But the better one is when we take a look at everything that's been going on Binance on average. So here are all of the winning trades that we have open on Binance. So slowly over time, as they all went through their bottom formations and started to break out, we were catching them one by one by one by one. And you can see the dates along here where all of these trades were put into a hold position. So all the way through from December, January, February into March, all the way along, when those things turned corner and turned bullish, we were there. We were watching for them. We saw the formation. We identified the entry level, the exit level, the stop loss levels. And right now, these trades are all in profit. So you can see the open profit loss right here. If I take these open profit loss and sum them, which isn't really the perfect way to identify your profit or loss, but if I just take these and add them all up, just as a basic general way to say, am I doing well or not? They add up to 1,617% in gains. If you had gained in all of these, put in the same amount for all of these trades, you would have gained this much in percentage by adding all of these individual percentages together. Now, if I do the same thing for all of the losing trades here that have a negative open profit and loss, and we add those all together for our open positions on Binance right now, it's down 72% when you add them all up that way. So just as a ratio, and this isn't the way to add up your profitability, but it gives us a nice rule of thumb to say, are we on balance profitable or on balance not profitable? Certainly the trade alerts is absolutely shining and doing way better than the 83% that I was showing on my trading account there. Some awesome stuff. And this is actual trading alerts from our trading alerts package. So here is another example where I've filtered down to just the winning trades and the best of them sorted here. So what would these current trades mean to you if you were able to add these to your portfolio? What if you had a 300%, 280%, 159%, 120%, 108%, all of these fantastic trades? What would that do to your trading account? What would that do to your freedom, your potential freedom in the future? What would it mean to your family if you had this kind of return on all of your trading? But for me, the biggest thing is, what would it mean to you personally? The next time your friends and family ask you, so how's Bitcoin going? How's cryptos doing? This is fantastic. So if you are interested, I recommend that you come and check out our cryptocurrency trading course. Learn all about what's coming in week number 1, week number 2, when we are going through all of the tools of the trade. So week number 1, we get ready for trading. What is it required to be successful at trading? And all of this stuff is information that I put together into my own trading plan. And it took me more than 20 years to put it all together, but I learned it all in the wrong order myself. So when I put the course together, I reordered all the information into the sequence that I wish I would have learned it when I was first starting out. So I wish I would have learned about risk control and all of the dangers in trading, and then start to learn about the patterns and the price chart entries and exits. And then I want to, in week 3, we go through and we take the whole plan from start to finish. So you get that overall picture in your mind. And this is one of the keys that'll separate a beginning trader from a successful trader. Is the successful trader will have that whole picture in their mind, the complete picture, and that gives you the confidence to sit still when it's time to sit still. So in this page, I talk about how I started out. I started in March of 1995 learning about trading, but it was 2015 when I had about $15 worth of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was $250 and I had $15 worth of Bitcoin. Not very much Bitcoin. And I started trading that up. I remember in the summer of 2015, it might have been the summer of 2016, I said to a friend, hey, I just turned 50 cents into $5. That's 10 times my money. But he didn't get it. He said, wow, now you can buy me a beer. He didn't see the 10 times. He only saw the numbers. So when you're trading, really focus on your percentage gains, and then these numbers start to take care of themselves. So then, as prices went on, I had a $10,000 day, more than one of them, where my account went up by more than $10,000 in one single day. Insane, fantastic. And you know what? I think the 2019 market is going to be even bigger. We are at a bigger opportunity than we had back in 2017 when I took that $10,000 and turned it into $500,000. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited. But it's not the thing that gives me the discipline. The discipline to keep at this over and over again comes from having tested it over time, so that I'm confident that these patterns shaping up, even though we watched it all through November, all through December, all through January, all into February, and finally at the end of February, the price patterns are breaking out. I have the patience to continue on all those months knowing that that formation is going to result in these kind of big moves, and they're all playing out at it. These are exploitable patterns that have worked in the past. They're consistently reoccurring movements in the markets, and they are showing up right now. It's fantastic. Some of the difficulties of many traders is zooming in too close to the market and spending your time looking at the 15-minute bars, or worse, the 5-minute bars. I glance at them and I pay attention to them, but this is not where I do my trading. It's mostly on the 12-hour bars, and I explain more about that. Another thing that will help you with is understanding crowd psychology and price movement, so that you are doing things when the crowd isn't. When everybody's all poo-hoo and they think it's not the best time, that's our bottom formations, that's when we're buying in. So our psychology is contrarian. We are going against the crowd, and that's where the profits are. We don't chase the hype. We look at the chart patterns and we get positioned, and then we wait for the markets to do the work. The thing is, we're making our money work for us. Making our money work for us. That means we don't have to spend time watching it. It's good enough to go and work on its own. We don't have to keep an eye on it. We don't have to look at the charts all day. Once you take a good position, you get positioned, and you sit back and you wait. Then you can let the price be driven by crowd thinking, and their volume can push the price to remarkable levels, and we just take the profits because we were there for these pre-crowd accumulation patterns, the pre-pump patterns. We know how to read them. You will learn in this course. We go over it a bit in this live stream, but you get much more detail inside the course. It's so exciting, so awesome. And there are so many bonuses coming up right now that we are committed to your success. You get a copy of the textbook. You get a private Discord chat area that we have. You get a special reports on how to lose all your cryptos in 10 trades. And this is such a great report on risk control when using the alerts, when using these studies. It is one of the core trading bonuses here. Investor bonus number 4 is some of the new unlisted videos that are unlisted video just for members. It's not on this live stream like this. And it is some detailed reports on what is coming up in Binance right now, what's coming up in Poloniex. Some of these patterns have given us 1,000% gains and more in the past, and they are setting up right now. So this report is unbelievable how much that might be worth. $249? No way. Worth $2,400. It's really worth that much. We have a couple fast mover bonuses right now too. You get the one-on-one bonus if you take action today. And if you're willing to invest in yourself, if you're willing to invest the next 3 weeks in yourself, then I'm willing to invest the next 3 months into you. And we're going to include a complimentary 3-month subscription to our alert service, which is $291 value over the 3 months. All of that included on the sign up for today. Normally, regular price is $9.97. I don't charge the same crazy prices I see the other cryptocurrency courses charge, and I don't see them going into the detail that we're going into. I don't see them showing the success that we're showing. But more than that, you can save another $250 if you join today. It's only $749 instead of the $997. And you can save even more. If you go to our Discord chat and ask about the discount codes, one of the senior members there will private message you a discount code that you can use when you are adding this to your cart, and you can save an additional 20% off of this $749. So you're saving more than like $400 off the original price when you're signing up here today. Or if you prefer to save your cryptos and trade them, they're going up, then you can pay with fiat, which is depreciating in value, going down in value, losing its place in the world. You can pay with fiat as well. You can read more about what our course testimonials have said. People are really having a great time with the course. It really makes me so proud to see people enjoying it and that it's making a difference for them. It gives me a purpose in life that I can make a difference in the world, a positive difference in the world that maybe even will last longer than I will. Now, before we close off, we can see that things are starting to heat up here. We're seeing Stellar moving up. We're seeing Litecoin just blasting off right now. Ethereum is breaking out of these triangles that we were just looking at. So fantastic. Bitcoin is bouncing back up off of these lows. This could be where our springboard pattern is finally going to be taking off now. Been calling that springboard pattern for a few days and it's showing a bit of weakness, but this is the springboard building up. I think we're going to see some really big takeoffs right now. Not all the coins are ready for it. So if you are interested in that course, jump in there today. This is the time to make that decision and jump in. Now, I appreciate having everybody along on the live stream. It's fantastic. And if this is interesting to you, jump in, take advantage. Now, to finish off, what I want to do is drag over screenshots of testimonials that people have been saying in our Discord chat. So Ace Valley is a new subscriber to our alert service. He is an experienced trader that's been doing it for more than 8 years, I think he said. He loves the alerts package, looking forward to absorbing all the great information. Here we go. A Crypto Cats says, I just bought the crypto course. It's fantastic to have him along. AOL Chandra, welcome Mr. X to our course. One of the best places to learn with a great mentor, Doug, along with the greatest community. Thank you, AOL Chandra. And a Crypto Cats says, thanks. After I watched a couple of Doug's videos 2 years ago, I knew that his approach to trading and teaching was what I was looking for. High five. Love it. After he watched my video a couple of years ago, he knew it. I love it. So Limar, great member of our community, really keeps us up to date on the things that are moving. So Stellar woke up. BTS is doing it. XRP. This was a little while ago and we saw some moves going on. Great to have those kind of updates inside the community when things are happening. AOL Chandra writes again, wow, Doug, the video was amazing. Running stream in the 6 minute is so quick. Presentation is so clean. To the point, I'm a subscriber of the package. Helps me to take action right now. Love it. Just completed week 2, AOL Chandra says. A great course, content refreshing of everything. It gives, as a lifetime member, you can go through the course every time we take it. So we have some regulars always going through the course, always sharpening themselves up, always reviewing everything. And these are the people who are making the most successes, I gotta say. So the course gives you a fresh new start to see what I missed during the past course. Now I'm creating a routine, adding more discipline to the review of the charts regularly, updating a trading journal, keep practicing the strategies and becoming good at it. A big thank you. Big thank you to have you along. That is so great. I just got out of a short trade on Bitcoin as hedging the portfolio, one of our strategies. Entered here, got out there. Use the exit strategy as the trend line break in the EMA crossover. There we see it right there. All of this is from the course book. Week 3 materials are awesome. Practicing the techniques makes me feel more confident and successful. That is so rewarding for me. My ONT trade was the first big stage profit. Took my initial investment out and the rest is running on profit. This is one of the biggest success strategies that I learned from Doug in his online course through his tips and his YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, Doug, and his community. Bad News Triplet a while ago took my advice and bought $200 worth of 18 different coins with the 1, 2, 3 bottom. So I can't wait to see how his turns out in the next 6 months. So the CryptoCrat says afterwards, the trading course is great. I'm looking forward to signing up when it launches. I've been working at getting myself set up to trading ASAP, a plan to begin setting myself up like an insurance policy across all of the alerts. Following you since March 2017, thank you for your work. And I will come to visit Slovakia. I love to travel and try different foods. Dest at work says, for sure, old Scott, it'd be great. I would be at the figuring out the right approach phase if it wasn't for Doug and his winning strategy. So that is rewarding to me. And you know, this winning strategy wasn't my own. I collected it from all of my teachers over the years and put it together into this and made it into a sequence where we could learn the strategies, mostly so I could learn it and practice it. Here's some of our live streams. Investment Vlogs writes, great content here for those paying attention. Stand to be rewarded. Keep up the great show. Lots of people saying appreciate the videos. Love it. Great. I just love to see all these fantastic comments. Edoshi says, I just finished watching your last YouTube post and I've been active on your live chats here a number of times. I appreciate your work and efforts to spread the education and perhaps help others have success. High five. Fallon says, she's a new course member recently. Your website is working perfect. The navigation is easy to use. The content at the start is useful and helpful. Absolutely cool and amazing. I read the PDF on my iPad to make notes directly inside the PDF with the Apple Pen. Wow, technology. Thank you for your wealth course and the opportunity to learn from you. Great to have students along like this. So Fallon's going through the course and she went through the bull market mega study package and she says it's incredible. What a great study. The implementation proceeds. Your very understanding explanations again and again. Thank you for your work, your course, your simple trading plan philosophy. Standing ovations from an absolute beginner. So I just love reading these. This is so fantastic. Fallon goes on to say, I started week 2. Your course is absolutely perfect. I begin to understand your explanations are so helpful and on point. Thanks. My hurry and fear is blowing away. I will climb the hill. And all sorts of fantastic. It just goes on and on. I want to say thank you to B1ler and to Send Crypto for your tips. These are really great. And the super chat from GBU Professor Wally, 1495. The course and alerts package are amazing, well written, and worth the investment. Learn, earn, and don't get burned. So Professor Wally, thank you very much. Professor Wally operates Gunbot University, where he teaches people how to use bots properly. And we're going to be working together to bot my trading plan so that it'll be automated. And if you wanted to have a bot to run that trading plan, you could. And Gil writes, I just got back from the dojo, brought out the good scotch tonight, and he's 100% dancing. Shout out to Doug for assisting me on trading Link. You basically did a mini alert package for me. My largest entry point is up 140%, and the add-ons are up 30 to 60%. That's what we're talking about, folks. That's the fantastic stuff. And B. Wundler says, if I wasn't part of this group when there was some market big moves going on, he says he'd be biting his nails because he didn't have a plan. This really gives you a plan. JC Denton says, Doug is great. Watched him for 2 months before I invested to be sure that he knew what he was talking about. He does. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that. Jimmy says, thank you, Doug. I've learned a lot from you and I'm very grateful. First time in a long time I feel that I'm in a positive flow to learn crypto trading. I'm still learning, but trying to improve step by step. This is so rewarding for me. And Jimmy, when he just started the course, I am glad I found your course. This is where I've been searching for a long time. I'm very satisfied with the course. I want to thank you for the opportunity you offer. Today I'm going to start reading the book, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, which I recommend to everyone. Thanks again and greeting from the Netherlands. So the testimonials go on and on. I collect them all the time. Anybody says a good positive comment, I'm right on it. I love all this stuff and so grateful that I can be helpful to other people to make money work for you. We were not taught this stuff in school. We were not taught proper money in school. And you can tell because everybody who went through school, well, that's went on to be in the government and they're running our country and they're not doing a good job of it. None of us were taught how to work properly with money. And so by learning this stuff, learning how to make money work for you, it's life-changing. It is so empowering to have the resources that you need to do what you need to do. And this is the way to it. I could go on, and I do. Be sure to come and join us at our Discord chat because we never stop talking about cryptocurrency trading. It's such an opportunity for us all. So thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out, watching through all of this detail at the end. This big promo at the end, it is a big promotion, and I'm looking forward to having you join us. If you've got any questions, hit us up in the Discord chat. I'm going to sign off here and call it a night. Go and catch some Z's. Good luck in all of your crypto trading. I really hope everybody has some phenomenal success over this next while. Cheers, and let me sign off when I find the right screen here. That's it for now. All the best. Bye for now. And